Hello, people from Westeros. I have decided to make a video. Many people have requested it. How do you grow so fast? How do you take these higher level tiles? How I keep up the pace, right? So as you can see here on the screen, this is a level 10 foot tile. It has a garrison of 2 armies. You can see there, view armies number 2. They are led by level 35 dragons, and they have a bunch of troops, almost 20,000. So it is a very hard tile to take. Only with one army you need to be much stronger than I am now, much stronger than I think everyone in this server is. As you can see here, I already have, let me change the settings. I already have a few of these level 6 tiles, so it's doable, but it is not easy, and if you do it without an intelligent strategy, you will probably lose many troops. And even if you are smart, you will probably lose many troops as well. So anyway, I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. It's a fairly simple strategy once you get the basics. Okay, so for now, I'm going to send Vhagar. Vhagar is my main, the leader of my main army. He is the strongest of every formation I have. He is leading an army with levels 37 and 36 and 36 on the flanks. So I'm going to send him. He will need 2 minutes and 30 seconds to arrive. So this tile is quite close to my stronghold. The farther this tile is to your stronghold, the harder it's going to be to apply this strategy. Okay, so take that into consideration. You may need to take a fort near the tile if your stronghold is far away, and locate your armies inside those strongholds, or maybe move your armies first to a tile close to the tile you're going to take. Okay, these are my preliminary advices on how to approach this way of attacking. So as you can see, I have another 4 armies ready. I will probably end up using only 3 of them. I have Vhagar army, which is more like a tank army. I will send him first, just to take the brunt of the first assault or the first army of the tile, and then I will assess the situation and organize who is going to strike first in the second round of attacks, right? So you cannot just send all the armies all together and pray the seven for the best, because it will probably make you lose much more troops than I'm going to lose on when using this way of attacking, right? You don't have to lead with a very tanky army. You can lead with just your strongest army, and so you deal the most damage as possible. But in this case, my best army is also a tanky army. Don't worry, you may be thinking my lanes, my formations are not the best that they could be. The season and the game has just started. I think some formations are very well assembled, like the one led by Venator. I think Venator, Syrax, and Caraxes is a good combo. But in the future, when I level up some of the weaker dragons that I have recently got, like Malachite, I think Malachite would be really good in Vhagar's army. Maybe instead of, I don't know, if Seasmoke could be replaced, or maybe Crimson. I will need to do some maths on the matter and to see some reports in detail to see how the synergies work, which is why I recommend you to read through the reports carefully and think about it. So Vhagar is coming, and hopefully during the stalemate phase I will be able to recall it if the game either game works properly. I think it's going to be a good draw for me. I think I have had a lucky encounter. I'm going to recall Veigar. I don't want to lose more of this army. As you can see in the report, I have inflicted more damage than I have taken, but all the same the army is quite weakened, right? So I don't think I can finish this army just with a second hit. I'm not sure. It would be really close, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to send another army in between this attack and the next Veigar attack, right? So Veigar still needs a few seconds to come back. As I said, this tile is pretty close. You have 15 minutes before the garrisons of the any tile regenerates. It's 1 hour for the keeps, of course, but we are taking regular tiles right now. So the second army that I'm going to send is going to be Calspire. It has Malachite in the left flank, so it heals some damage, so it hits well and it's also resilient, but hopefully this army will not be enough to kill the first army of this time, and so I will send later Veigar in order to finish it. So Calspire, this army is slower than the one from Veigar, so I have to send this Calspire army, wait for a few seconds, and then send Veigar as well. Okay, so I'm going to send Calspire. It takes almost 3 minutes to arrive, 2 minutes and 53 seconds. I'm going to march. I'm going to select Veigar, and I'm going to see the timer on Calspire very carefully. 2:40, 2:39, 2:38. When it's 2 minutes and 29, I will send this other army in order to arrive just after. Okay, next one, and finally I will send Venator. He's supposed to hit the last after Veigar hits the second army in the second place, right? So Venator needs 2 minutes and 6 seconds because this army is much faster than the other. So I am waiting. So Veigar is about to match the timer, and now, as you can see, Calspire will arrive first, 1 minute and 50 seconds, 55 seconds for Venator, and 50 seconds for Veigar. Well, I said it wrong, but I think you get the point. They are going to arrive one after the other and hit before the stalemate phase of each attack finishes. So I don't have to fight the same army twice in a row with the same army. That's like the point of the whole thing, right? That's the strategy. You don't want your army to suffer more losses than if you had another army weakening that army even further, right? That's kind of the point of it. So as you can see, this is a fairly simple strategy once you get the idea of how to send your armies in an efficient way, but it is not easy to execute, right? You will have to master it, you will have to practice, you will probably make a lot of mistakes. I haven't learned this or developed this strategy in the 3 days that I've been playing this game, right? I used this strategy in a different game, which was very similar to this one, and I think it worked well also in this game. I will still have 22 seconds before Calspire arrives, and when he comes, we will see that in only 6 seconds difference, the 3 armies are going to arrive in the order that we intended. It is very easy to fail at this. I would recommend that if you make some mistake, you recall your armies and do it again. It depends on how you value your stamina and how you value the lives of your brave soldiers. So as we can see, we haven't lost that much army. Veigar has, I think, took the tile finally. Okay, and now, after seeing that we have a new victory, we are going to check the reports. It's a little bit confusing to read the reports when you send your armies all together, but we will do our best to make sense. So 5 minutes ago, you have already seen this report. I will not go in details on this. If you want to check the numbers on the kills, on how the abilities are working, how the basic attacks are interacting with each other, I think you can do it if you pause the game. So if you remember, I sent the armies, so the next hit was from Calspire, so the next hit was this one. And as I predicted, Calspire did not quite finish the first army. It left it like really weakened with only 2600 hit points, so it was like a perfectly matched hit. And you can see also here the number of kills of each of the army. As you can see, Malachite, Calspire and Rhysarion are very equals in damage dealt. Their abilities are evenly matched, so I think this is a very fairly balanced army, right? You have to take into account that Calspire is only 1 star, so probably in the future Calspire will be a much heavy hitter. The next one, if you remember, it was Veigar. So Veigar finishes off this first army very easily. I will not go into details with this hit because he's just finished it off. And then he hits the second army. We have been unlucky with the second army because, as you can see, I'm using archers in this formation. And the second army, you don't know this in advance. It will be a fun surprise for you. You can see that it has sealmen, right? The sealmen, the infantry, counter archers. So this was fairly unlucky. I have lost much more soldiers than I have killed, and also as well you can see the number of kills, the number of kills for the basic attacks and the skills if you are curious, if you want to check them out. And so it's a bad draw, but we are counting on this to happen, right? That is why we also send Venator after Veigar, and we can see that Veigar hasn't had the best result either. And this is not a really strong army. They are all level 25. The dragons are good dragons, but they are really under level, right? So you can see also again the number of kills, the skills and the basic attacks reports. It's a good hit for the level of this army. I'm not complaining at all, because it has allowed the last attack after its first draw from Calspire to finish off the second army of this tile. I hope this has been helpful. I hope this strategy serves you well in the future. If you have any request for how to, I don't know, to cover any feature, of the game, or if you are curious about something else, just send me a message or comment in the videos. I hope you are lucky in the fights to come, and as always, see you in the next video.